I think you should be more open-minded when it comes to self-improvement philosophies. The way I say this is it's best to explain it to you if I just tell you how I came across this. So basically, I was on YouTube looking for inspo, and I found this channel called The Zerky Show, right? It's just this guy who sits down, he talks about life. It's really nice, it's relaxing. I recommend you go check him out. And he had a video called, whatchamacallit, Don't Tell Other People About Your Goals. Now, this really fascinated me because I do the exact opposite. I have this belief that I should tell like a lot of people about my goals because it pushes me to work harder, right? So I clicked on his video and he said a lot of really good points. And I think a lot of the points that he said really also apply to my life and apply to a lot of people's lives. One of the main ones is that when you tell other people about your goals, your plans, your ambitions, whatever, yada, 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 it makes you feel like you're making progress towards them when you're not actually making progress. You know, it's like hype, right? And a lot of the times that will distract you from like actually doing what needs to be done, actually doing what like moves the fucking needle towards your goals. And the best example of this in my own life, I feel like, is that I think about a year ago, a year and a half, me and some of my friends wanted to start a clothing company, right? Because you know you're young. Who doesn't want to start a clothing fucking company? And we had a lot of really nice ideas, and we talked the talk, right? We talked a lot of talk. We were all bark, but we had no bite, we didn't walk the walk. You know what I mean? And so like when it came to like doing serious shit like buying samples and everything, like the next step, the harder step, right? Not just talking about it, we ultimately crumbled. And I think that's just because we spent so much time just yapping about like, oh, this design would be so cool, and then once we do this, we can do this, and we'll make so many sales, and we'll have so much money after we do this. It's just it made us feel like we were making progress towards our goals when nothing was really happening. But then I saw a comment under his video that this is the real inspiration as to why I want to do this, just like little yap session, right? Is because the comment on the video described what like I believe. This is my personal philosophy. It was like, yeah, but sometimes when you tell other people, it creates a subtle form of peer pressure that incentivizes you to work harder. And then they were like, oh, there's two different schools of thought, I guess, right? And in the Zerky show, the guy, what's his name? I don't know his name. His name is definitely not Zerky, bro, but he liked it. And I was just like, well, that got me thinking, like, that's pretty interesting, right? Two completely different perspectives on the exact same sort of idea, and both of them work. You know what I mean? Both of them work, and they're both like effective and need to be noted down. Like it's true, right? I feel like one of the best things I've actually done for myself is to tell other people about my goals. For example, that ultra marathon video, I told not a lot of people, but I told like a few people, like my closest friends. I was like, yeah, I'm planning to run an ultra marathon on Valentine's Day, right? And that decreased my chances to flake out. Because like if I tell everyone that I'm going to run an ultra marathon on Valentine's Day, if I don't run an ultra marathon, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's because of, oh no, it's because it's like icy or some shit. In my mind, I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking in my overthinking like dumbass mind. It's like, oh, other people are going to think I'm like lazy if I like end up skipping out on it, right? So I end up doing it anyways to push me harder. Some of my other videos as well, like my video about the sleep, right? Obviously, if I'm making a video about can I fix my sleep in 7 days, those 7 days are going to be absolutely like perfect, the best sleep I've ever tried to get in my life. So like telling other people about your goals has its merits. But on the other hand, I can also see like, yes, I've wasted plenty of time just talking the talk, talking about how I want to start a YouTube channel, talking about my ambitions, talking about how I'm going to get fucking rich in the future while not actually making any action towards my goals. To be honest, like I don't really know what lesson I'm trying to spin out of this. I'm just like yapping because I just thought it was really interesting, right? Like I think it's really cool how there's so many different like perspectives and there's so many different ways to tackle like the same problem, the same like concept, thing, philosophy, and they work. They've worked with varying ideas. I guess if I had to spin a lesson, I would say that like just just be adaptable, be open-minded, right? I guess that's what I started this title about. Be open-minded and be like adaptable. You don't always have to have one philosophy, and I think you got to be careful in like when it comes to your self-improvement about like thinking about like all manners of perspectives. Like I hate to sound like I'm teaching you fucking social studies, like, oh, make sure you analyze the 4 perspectives, the 4 sources, but it's really true. Like there's lots of different ways, and there's lots of different, like for example, like I know there's more examples out there of this concept, but I just can't think of them. You know what? I'm ChatGPTing this. ChatGPT is very good for like as like a secondary brain, and it will like help me jog my memory because I don't have a script for this video. You know, I'll try and think of some off the top of my head. Oh yeah, like another one. It's like you got science-based lifters in the gym making huge gains. You got ego lifters in the gym making huge fucking gains. Both people, you can find jack ego lifters, you can find jack science-based lifters, fucking optimal lifters, and it's like both will work for a lot of people. You know, some people, they really like science-based. It makes them like really feel the burn and shit, right? But other people, like they can push themselves way harder if they just ego lift and, okay, maybe not ego lifting, but like, you know, not like pure, super ultimate optimal science-based shit. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm not searching this shit up. What am I doing? What the fuck is wrong with me, bro? I'm really this dependent on ChatGPT. Holy shit. It's just like, I really don't want to sound like I'm in social studies. That's kind of what this video is turning out. But like, embrace multiple perspectives as it comes to self-improvement and be open-minded, right? Like, don't be hard stuck or rigid in one mentality or one thing. Unless, of course, that one mentality is like taking action. Because I think no matter what you do, no matter like what life philosophies you have, what any life path you choose to take, nothing will ever be done if you don't take action and you don't step out of your comfort zone. Right? So if you're going to have a philosophy in anything, in like one thing, if you want to be the type of person, if you want to be an ego lifter or a science-based lifter, if you want to tell other people about your goals, don't tell other people about your goals. If you want to start like a YouTube channel, or if you would rather be like a fucking Instagram reel maker, whatever, right? Bottom line, baseline is you need to take action and you need to step out of your comfort zone, and you need to understand that failing is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You need to almost be excited for failing, actually. You need to be excited to fail, to fuck up. Because when you fail and you fuck up, that's when you grow the most. I guess, but like that's only if you choose to grow from your failure, right? If you fail and you sit down and you like melt into a puddle of like self-pity and self-hatred, that is not good for you. No bueno hablos inglés, bro. That is going to fuck you up like massively, right? But if you're able to fail, I think it's beautiful, right? If you're able to fail and instead of beating yourself up, maybe you beat yourself up a little, but you say like, okay, that time I did X, Y, Z not good. The next time I do something similar to this, I'm going to improve here, here, here. And then you immediately just hop back on the fucking bandwagon and get back to working or doing whatever you were doing. I think there's beauty in that. There's like so much beauty in that. That's like an amazing thing or an amazing mentality to have. You know, to be honest, that's basically, yeah. That's basically it. I just want to yap about that topic because I thought it was interesting. If you enjoyed, hit a sub, hit a like, hit a whatever. And if you have any, like, to be honest, debate me, bro. Like, if there's anyone in the fucking comments who's got, like, a twist on this, a spin, or some more interesting information to add, please, like, I'd love to know. To be honest, it's, like, one of my hobbies, talking about, like, probably shouldn't be spinning a scissor around. This is probably super dangerous, right? It's, like, one of my hobbies to talk about self-improvement shit and, like, ways that you can better yourself faster. So, hey, if you guys want to, if any of y'all want to have a fucking long Discord voice chat about fucking self-improvement philosophies, I'm so fucking down to clown. Anyways, see you.